Hola clase, it's your maestro here, Senor Lim. Bringing it back at you with some more Spanish with you. And this is our next grammatical topic, and it's called more irregular verbs. Okay, this is the new grammatical topic for lesson 5, or I'm sorry, unit 5, lesson 2, unidad 5, lección 2. Okay, so I just want to go over this with you. Hope you get it. But before I begin anything else, I just want to share something with you guys. This was our first year in Spanish at the middle school, and you know what? The district has been gracious enough. They're giving us a second year. They're giving us a second year, and matter of fact, they're giving us another Spanish teacher. All right, so we have 3 Spanish teachers. Senor Lim, that's me, Senora Saravec, and Senor Donnelly, the new Spanish teacher. So, hey, once again, we're going to give our all, and we're just going to we're bringing our knowledge, our wealth to the middle school. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing for us, and we're not leaving. Oh, uh-oh. Hey, Kanye, what's going on? Oh, really? You don't think we deserve the award or the second year? Well, that's great. Okay, who deserves to teach the Spanish classes? Oh, Beyonce. Oh, that's lovely. Great. Well, you better leave the stage here because I'm about 4 or 5 seconds from wildin'. Yeah, get out. Anywho, before I was rudely interrupted, I want to talk about these irregular verbs. Alright, so there's more irregular verbs, okay? So these irregular verbs do not follow a pattern per se, okay? We have 6 here. Dar, decir, poner, salir, traer, and venir. Alright, they are all irregular, okay? So let's start off with decir. Decir is like the crazy one, okay? Decir has several irregular forms, okay? Only the nosotros and vosotros forms are irregular, okay? So let's take a look at decir. Remember, decir means to say, and here we go. And the yo form is digo, okay? Digo. And the tu form is dices. And the el, ella, usted form is dice. Nosotros or nosotras es decimos. Vosotros es decís. And then ellos, ellas, ustedes is dicen. Okay? So those are my forms for the for decir. Okay? It's kind of like a boot verb because this e goes from an I. Okay? But here's the thing: the C changes to a G, so I call it a yogo verb. So I would say it's a yogo verb and a boot verb. Okay, so so we have decir. Okay, so more regular verbs here. Okay, so ejemplos de decir. Okay, dicen que es una fiesta de sorpresa. Okay, they say that it is a surprise party. Okay. Yo digo la verdad. I say the truth. And Kanye dice, well, Kanye says, no one cares. All right. So those are some of the things. Remember, decir means to say. Okay. So there's the first irregular verb. Now, if we're talking about more irregular verbs, we have venir. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to let you conjugate it. Venir is similar to tener. Okay. Except that the nosotros and vosotros forms have IR endings, okay, while tener uses ER endings. So, venir means to come, okay. What do you think? What are those endings, okay? You pause it, fill out the chart, and then let's come back to it, alright? Pause. Okay, so if you did pause it, this is what you should have had. Vengo, vienes, viene, venimos, venís, and vienen. Okay, notice that, hey, it is just like the verb tener. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, and tienen. Only thing is that it is IR verbs. Venimos, venís. Okay, so and all you have to do is just take the T out and put a V in there. So venir once again means to come. So if I say yo vengo, I come. Vienes, you come, so on and so forth. Okay, some examples of this. Okay, de donde vienes? Like, where you coming from? Okay, de donde vienes? Okay, I can say vengo a la fiesta a las 10 de la noche. Right? And just say, I'm saying I'm coming to the party at 10 o'clock at night. Okay? So some examples that you can say. Okay? Or you can say, ¿a qué hora vienes a la fiesta? At what time are you coming to the party? Vengo a la fiesta a las 10 de la noche. Okay? So we have some more regular verbs here. Okay? I want to tell you that the hacer, okay, hacer is one of those crazy irregular verbs. Now, try to remember hacer, okay? What was up with hacer? Okay, what made it irregular? Okay, you think about it for a second, pause it, fill in your chart, and we'll go from there. Alright, remember, hacer means to do or to make, and the only thing that was irregular was the hago, or the yo form, because it was a yo-go verb. Okay, in the yo form, it goes to go. Okay, I will say hacer is my yo-go verb. Okay, in the yo form, it goes to go. Okay, kind of like tango, hago, digo. Now we got digo. Okay, so these are called yo-go verbs. Hacer is definitely one of them, and this was a review from back in the day. Okay, now there are a couple verbs in Spanish that only have the yo form that's just a little tricky here, that's off. Okay, so if we're looking at similar to hacer, some verbs are irregular only in the yo form of the present tense. So only the yo form gets changed. Kind of like hacer, it's yo, go. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other ones. Okay, so we have dar. Dar means to give. Okay. Now, if I want to say I give, it'll be yo doy. Okay, doy is the one that's kind of weird. Okay, yo doy. But if I say you give, is tu das, usted da, so on and so forth. We just went over hacer. Hacer means to do or to make. Alright, I told you guys that hacer was a yo-go verb. In that yo form, you get the go. So it's the yo-go. So hacer in the yo form is hago. Poner, to put or to place, or to set, like poner la mesa. That in the yo form is pongo. Once again, it is a yo-go verb. Alright, so pongo. Salir means to leave. It's salgo, yo-go. And then traer means to bring. Traer is a little bit tricky because it's a yo-go verb, but this right here, it goes T-R-A-I-O-G-O. Okay, so it's not T-R-A-E-G-O, it's T-R-A-I-G-O, trigo. Okay, now listen, those are all the irregular forms only in the yo form, but when we conjugate to every other form, it all stays the same. Okay, it follows the regular rules. Remember, just take off the AR ending and then, add the endings according to what it ends with. Alright, for example, dar ends with AR, so it has AR endings. Okay, but like I said, right here, those are my irregular yo forms. Okay, only irregular in the yo form. So, on the bottom of your notes there, you have like 6 verbs. Alright, what I want you to do is conjugate them. Okay, I want you to set up the chart and conjugate them. Alright, pause it, do it right now, and then come back and unpause it and we'll check your answers. Okay, alright, so if you unpaused it, this is what you should have had. Okay, so you have poner, salir, traer, dar, and decir. Alright, look at the endings here. Let's start with poner. Yo pongo, tú pones, usted pone, nosotros ponemos, vosotros ponéis, ellos, ustedes ponen. Okay, if I have salir, yo salgo. Once again, poner and salir in the yo form, they're just a little off. So yo pongo, yo salgo, tú sales, usted sale, nosotros salimos, vosotros salís, and ellas, ustedes salen. Now, like I told you guys, all you had to do was take off that IR ending, and then add my endings there. We have traer, yo traigo, tú traes, usted trae, nosotros traemos, vosotros traéis, and ellos, ellas, ustedes traen. The yo form is just a little off there. Okay, dar, okay, yo doy, tú das, él, usted da, nosotros damos, vosotros dais, ellos, ellas, ustedes dan. Okay, no es dan, es dan. Okay, so these four right here are just irregular, just only in the yo form. If we have decir and venir, those are the ones that are just a little bit trickier. So decir is yo digo, tú dices, él, ella, usted dice, nosotros decimos, vosotros decís, and ellos, ellas, ustedes dicen. And then venir, yo vengo, tú vienes, él, ella, usted viene, nosotros venimos, vosotros venís, and ellos, ellas, ustedes vienen. Now here's the deal. Alright. The only way you know, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey man, how do I know if these verbs are irregular or how to conjugate? You know what? I mean, you don't. There's no specific way for me to tell that poner is irregular if I just looked at it. Okay? No, we don't know. But you know what we have to do is we have to get concept practice going on. Okay? You have to use it. Okay? The more you use it, okay, the more natural it feels, and then you'll start to recognize it. For example, I won't say like yo pono la mesa. Yo pono la mesa does not mean that makes no sense. It sounds like yucky. Okay, so that's why you say yo pongo. I don't say yo salo, yo salgo. Okay, especially with decir too. You can say it like yo dico. No, not yo dico. Yo digo. So the more you use it, the more you get comfortable with it. That's how we learn the words and how to use them and conjugating them. Right now I'm just giving you little tips and advice on how to memorize, like how to, know the conjugations, all right? But the best way is just by usage, by practice, okay? So here are my questions, las preguntas, okay? I want you to circle the correct form of decir. Now, on the left-hand side of your notes, I want my answers. So, circle them, alright? Stop it right now. Pause it, alright? Find my answers, get my answers, and check them, alright? Pause. Now, if you pause the video, you should have gotten these answers right here. Dice, decimos. Número tres, it could be either decís or dicen. Either one is cool with me, okay? Número cuatro is dicen, and then dices, okay? If we look at the second part, I need venir to be conjugated, okay? Now, pause it, and then fill in the answers, and then give me my answers, and check your answers. So you unpause it. So pause it. If you unpaused it, here are my answers. Viene, vengo, vienen or venís, either one, and then vienes. Okay? Let's take the last one. Okay, write the sentences describing who does what at the party. Okay, so my example, yo decir feliz cumpleaños. So what I want you to do is say yo, and then conjugate decir and say feliz cumpleaños. Okay, pause it, write my sentences, and then I will come back to me, and then check your answers. Once again, if you unpaused it, here are my answers. So the example was, yo digo feliz cumpleaños. I say happy birthday. Número uno, mi amigo Juan viene a las 3. Okay, so mi amigo viene a las 3. I give many presents. Yo doy muchos regalos. Okay. Mis padres poner la mesa para los invitados. Okay, so you should say, mis padres ponen la mesa para los invitados. I totally forgot the para los invitados. Oops. Número 4. Ustedes traer el pastel. So ustedes, y'all, bring the cake, el pastel, traen el pastel. And yo salir a las 9. Yo salgo a las 9. So that right there in a nutshell is the irregular verbs. And like I told you, just get to use it, practice it, use it with your friends. All right. But right now, that's it. That's all I have. I'm out. Peace. Adios. I'm out. Later.